Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new to this channel, hi, hello, this is Fanono, and thank you so much for stopping by, and please consider subscribing to this channel. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to study in Turkey for free, just as the title says. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So every year, thousands of students do come to Turkey to study at the uni, to do their undergrad and postgrad as well. So among these thousands of students, some of them come here to study for free. Like how? Yeah, they do come here to study for free on a scholarship. So we're gonna get into how to get the scholarship so as to study for free in Turkey. Let's get started. So the first thing is to keep track of the Turkey scholarship page, cause that's where they are going to make announcements. Anything that's happening, they are going to place an announcement there on the Turkey scholarship page. So make sure you are following this page. Once the application process starts, they are going to place an announcement as well, and you have to go through the application form. Make sure you are the eligible candidate to apply, and you also are going to need to gather some documents that will be required from you, because you are going to submit during the application process. So definitely they are going to need your passport copy, your high school transcript, or your bachelor's degree transcript, something like that. And they also are going to need a motivation letter from you, why you need that scholarship, why you should be considered, or why are you the best candidate for the scholarship, something like that. So you are going to need to take your time, gather all the much needed documents, and of course a well-written motivation letter that you are going to submit. When it's time, like you've gathered everything that you are required to do, you are going to fill in the application form. So you're going to fill in the application form right there, and make sure you bring about all the documents together, a well-written motivation letter, and then submit your application form on time. Okay, after you submit everything, nothing does end there, you just started. Okay, so after that, you are going to wait for like maybe 2 or 3 months or even more, according to the number of applicants, according to whatsoever conditions are happening or whatever situations are happening at that time. So you are going to keep on waiting, and while waiting, of course, you are going to follow the Turkey scholarship page. You have to go through all the announcements just to make sure that you don't miss anything. So as soon as the applications results have been announced, they are going to put, of course, an announcement as well that the results are out, and they're going to send you an email to your email address. So the email that's gonna be sent to you, they're of course going to congratulate you for being successful for getting the scholarship, and also it's going to include some details of the department that you're going to study. They're going to send you some documents that you need during your visa application. They're going to send you your flight tickets. They're going to send you the information about the hostel that you're going to be staying, the school that you're going to be studying, and all other things that you need when you come to the country, just informing you about your case, like everything that you need. They're going to send you in that email. So as soon as you get your email, of course, you're going to start your visa application in your country. So if you are from a country like my country, Malawi, where you don't have any Turkish embassy, then which means you have to travel to another country for a visa. That's crazy. I wish we had an embassy in Malawi, but it's crazy that you have to leave the country to go to another country for your visa. Anyway, so you're going to do your visa. As soon as you get your visa, of course, you already have your flight tickets that were sent to you. Then it's time you're going to leave your country. Okay, so let's say you live in Malawi or wheresoever you live in whatsoever. And bear in mind that everything is already scheduled, so you get on your flight, and as soon as you get to the airport, there is a personnel that's going to get you from the airport, and of course leave you straight to the dormitory, this hostel that you are going to be staying. So like the reality starts there, you know, nobody, you are alone. And if you're lucky enough, you got some friends that you just linked up, maybe through the community pages or whatsoever, but otherwise just imagine you're alone, and then you're going to go to the hostel, you're placed at the hostel there, and life starts there. As soon as you get to the hostel, the other thing you're going to be required to do is for you to apply your residential permit, of course, as soon as you get to the country, because you're going to be a resident of the country, so you have to apply for your residency permit. And then after that, you have to do a few things that are required to be done by every foreigner that's going to reside in the country. And then you have to go for your enrollment at the language school. So let me stop here. When I'm saying language school, it means at the Turkish language school, because if you're coming to study to Turkish, if you're lucky enough, you're going to study in English, but if not, you're going to study in Turkish. Most of the people, let me say about 98% of the people that win the scholarship do come here to study in Turkish. So most of the people who are also coming don't know any Turkish, so it means everybody's coming and they're going to have to learn Turkish just like everybody else. You go to a language school, you're going to learn Turkish during your first year, so it might take like 6 to 8 months of learning the language. At the same time, as I think it's also a good thing that you're going to be learning the language, because at that time you are also slowly adapting to the country, the new environment. You're trying to make friends, meeting new people. You might also be meeting people from your country at the same time, so you're just adapting or learning the language, so which I think is also a good thing. And then after your language school is over, you definitely will go and start school at your uni. Of course, you already know your uni, so you go to start at your uni, your first year of uni. And if it's your master's, then you're gonna go there as well and start everything there. I didn't mention it, but in the email that you also get, they are going to tell you the amount of monthly stipend that you're going to be getting. So you are here, the government is paying your tuition fee, they're paying for your accommodation at the hostel, and of course the food is also included there. And they're going to be paying for your health insurance, so when you're sick, you go to the hospital with no problems. And they're taking care of most of your needs. Of course, they cannot manage maybe to take care of everything, but at least they take care of most and lots of your issues, most of the things that you do have. So you're getting monthly stipend, you're staying at the hostel for free, they're paying your tuition. So basically you are studying for free in the country because you are on a scholarship. Okay, so when you're studying, like let's say you studied at the uni, you're staying at the hostel, just as I said in my previous videos, that if you're staying at the hostel, especially at the state-owned hostel, the problem is that during the summer holidays you have to move out of the hostel. They're going to allocate you to another hostel where you are just going to stay there for like 2 or 3 months, and you have to move again, which is literally like something that does suck, you know. Nobody wants to move up and down every now and again, but yeah, this is the reality. You are going to be required to move at some time to go to another hostel because it's summer holiday time. Okay, so you are studying, you're in your first year, second year, and then after you graduate, they are going to pay for your return ticket back home as well. So basically this is how you can study for free in the country. First of all, follow up the Turkish scholarship page for the announcements. Once the applications are open, you apply. When you apply, you are lucky enough, you get successful. If you're successful, then send you a flight ticket, and then you're in the country, you start studying. You're basically given a monthly stipend. Your tuition fee is being paid, your hostel, your accommodation is being paid for, so you're basically living for free, you're studying for free. And the part that lies to you is you working hard, very hard, because at some time you just have to work hard, with the language mostly, and also the school isn't that easy, if you know what I mean. So you need to study even extra hard, and then after that it's up to you if you want to go on for your masters or you wanna go back to your home country. Everything lies in your hands, and this is how you get to study for free in Turkey. So we've also come to an end of this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you've gotten an idea of how this whole thing happens, how it works to study for free in Turkey. So if you have any questions regarding this video, don't hesitate, leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So until in my next video.